Hey e-commerce marketing podcast listener, I wanted to let you know that we have created 16 e-commerce marketing videos for you. You can download these free videos by visiting ecommercemarketingpodcast.com/videos or by texting the word videos to +1 480 418 1411. These step-by-step video marketing tutorials will teach you how to drive more traffic to your e-commerce website, how to get more backlinks to your e-commerce website, and how to optimize your website to get more paid customers. Get the videos right now by visiting ecommercemarketingpodcast.com/videos or by texting videos to +1 480 418 1411. Welcome to the e-commerce marketing podcast. Today's guest is William Chanland from Goat Consulting. Welcome to the podcast, William.
Hey, thanks for having me.
If you can give us a quick background about what you do, how you got to doing consulting right now, and just your experience in e-commerce.
I've always been doing entrepreneurial type stuff, but I got very, very lucky that I had an older brother. He was 6 years older than me. And when I was about 14, 13, he was 19, 20. He was sourcing from Alibaba and selling on eBay. So at a very young age, I kind of got the e-commerce bug and the entrepreneurial bug. And so I sold throughout high school and college stuff online until I graduated college, teamed up full-time with my brother, created a large Amazon account, and now he runs that full-time, and I kind of run the consulting side of it at the same time.
Okay, so how was it managing the school workload and at the same time just pursuing your entrepreneurial dreams?
I've always I don't know what it was, but like ever since I was little, I just could never imagine having a boss. So I kind of always knew I was going to be entrepreneurial. So even when I was just working with my brother doing that 40-hour week thing, kind of just trying to get our Amazon account started, I always knew that like I wanted to be even a step past that, where I'd be managing the people doing the account and I would just be the idea person. So I always kind of knew that I wanted like a higher level position and more of a strategic position instead of an execution position.
Okay, and what's been your greatest, how do I put this, from all your experience and successes you've had in e-commerce, what's been something that you have enjoyed and you hold dearly and you know it was a result from you pursuing entrepreneurship?
Just my lifestyle in general. Just anytime I kind of can be traveling around the world, be at a nice Airbnb and kind of take a breath of fresh air and know that like I'm doing exactly what I want to do. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I have the complete freedom in life to do exactly what I want to do because I've built the kind of business that supports this, where every business decision I make, my lifestyle is the first thing I think about before anything else, before any of the numbers or anything.
Okay, so yeah, let's dive into some of the strategies that you're using to maintain this lifestyle and maintain your business. So what are some of the top marketing strategies that you're using right now to grow your business and just you see other companies are using?
I think something that's really, really crucial is YouTube. There's tons and tons of keywords out there that don't have YouTube videos that go along with it. And so either if you're trying to sell a product or a service or anything, if there's an exact keyword search for, say, how to set up an Amazon Vendor Central account, if I just type my YouTube video that exact same way, I will rank on the first page almost always of Google, even if my video only has 50, 60 views, because they always want to put a video on the first page. And so YouTube is super unsaturated compared to the rest of the internet. So if you can rank on Google, it's a lot easier than rank on YouTube. It's a lot easier than trying to rank on Google. And so I'd focus your time there.
Okay, and where would you go to find these keywords? If you wanted to, depending on what industry you're in, where do you go within Google to see, okay, what are the hard keywords that I should be looking at in Google? YouTube.
So I don't use any analytic or anything like that. I use basically kind of just common sense, kind of stuff that like I think that the customer would search. And so like a customer who's fly fishing for the first time might be buying your fly fishing rod. They might be Googling best rods to get for starters in Montana. So where though that search term may not have a ton of traffic, you're going to rank very easily, and you just kind of multiply that over and over again until the long tail makes it so you get the amount of traffic you desire.
Okay, so you've mentioned YouTube. Are there any other channels that people should be looking at?
Again, another hack I love is just, I know I'm biased, but selling on Amazon. If you sell your product on Amazon, the title of your product will rank very high in Google. If you search a lot of brands, sometimes brand name products, sometimes the Amazon link outranks the brand's actual website. And so if you can just get that free SEO boost and be the number one ranked in Amazon and by default get the number one ranking too in Google, that's a pretty easy way to do it without having to hire a whole SEO team.
Okay, and do you sell anywhere else, or do you just sell mainly on Amazon?
So in the past, I've set up Shopify stores, I've sold on eBay, I've tried Sears.com, I've tried all the rest of the marketplaces, but it really kind of just comes down to the 80-20 of it all, where there's so much more money to be made, and it's so much easier to make it on Amazon, where every other marketplace you might be able to squeeze out an extra 10-20% in top line revenue, but it's going to be such a pain in the neck to set up all those other marketplaces.
So what are some of the metrics that you look at for Amazon and for YouTube? You mentioned that YouTube and Amazon are good opportunities for people to market and rank and be at the top of the results, but what are some other metrics that you're looking at, and how do you measure them within YouTube and Amazon?
Well, like within Amazon specifically, something that I look for, if I'm looking to launch a new product and I want to see if it's feasible in the Amazon marketplace and if there's still enough room to grow, there's still enough money to be there, but it's not too competitive, I do a quick revenue to review ratio. So I use a software like Unicorn Smasher or Jungle Scout or whatever to add up for the keyword I'm searching, say beginner fly fishing rod. I would add up all the revenue in that first page and divide it by the amount of reviews. And if I can get a very high number there, then I know it's not saturated and there's still enough meat on the bone. So, for example, if there's $100,000 in total sales, but there's only 100 reviews between the 10 listings, that means every person only has 10 reviews, and there's $1,000 per each review. There's plenty of money to be made still. But if you look into a niche and there's maybe 5,000 reviews total on the first page, and the total first page has sales of maybe 30,000, then there's only $6 per review, and I know it's already saturated. The product's already far along in its life cycle, and there's not really any place for me to make a margin anymore, so I'd move on.
Okay, and what about in YouTube?
For YouTube, I'm just trying to go as many different searchable things as I need to. So I just have me and my employees at my consulting firm for marketing that through YouTube and marketing products through YouTube. What do we search to find the product? And so what do we search on a daily basis? Hey, setting up Amazon vendors, setting up Amazon marketing services the correct way. Okay, that's something that someone Googled today. Well, okay, make a quick video and do the step by step of what you do as you set up the account. And so kind of just use daily stuff to basically make your processes public to try to get YouTube views.
Okay, and how are you planning to improve your results?
It's not even really, I'm not even thinking of it that way. I'm not thinking of how do I get each video to get more views. It's just how do I get more videos to get more views in general. Eventually they're going to trickle back to me. And so I am under no illusion that I can make a YouTube video that gets 100,000 million hits and goes viral. But I know I can crank out a 5,000 view YouTube video a day. And so I might as well just keep cranking those out. I don't have that many subscribers to my channel, so I know it's random people seeing it every time. So I'm just trying to get out there in general and hope that someone stumbles upon me and gets caught down the rabbit hole.
Okay, and what are some mistakes that people should avoid when they're optimizing and using these marketing channels? Let's start with YouTube. What are some things that people should be avoiding?
I think people should avoid if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all. So if you don't have a high quality microphone, you don't have a high quality camera, all that kind of stuff, if you just saturate yourself all over the place, it's going to give off a bad image. So make sure that you actually, I think, show a quality video, show quality, make sure that your brand, whatever you're building, if it's a product, if it's a service, make sure that you present it in the right way, because I see way too many YouTube videos that are either just someone sharing their screen the entire time, or it's someone in a darkly lit room where it doesn't really give off the best kind of perceived value.
Okay, and what about for Amazon? What are some things to avoid in Amazon?
Some ways to optimize your Amazon is, first and foremost, go and try to sign your product up for multiple different categories. The way the Amazon search algorithm works is that if you search something like butterfly, it doesn't know if you want an actual butterfly, a movie called Butterfly, a CD called Butterfly, a butterfly book. They don't really know what you want. And so if you can put your product into multiple different categories and say if you're selling a butterfly outdoor lawn, say like decoration, you can put that in outdoor, you can put that in home improvement, you could put that on the like Amazon exclusives, you could put that in the industrial and scientific, you could put it in a bunch of different categories, and it's a quick, easy thing for you to do to just like increase your sales immediately on Amazon.
So one thing with YouTube and Amazon or just any marketing channel is you get excited, you have that initial excitement. So maybe some listeners will listen to this and they'll feel, hey, those are some great tips, let me go ahead and do this. And they have this big expectation that once they do this, that this is the one that's going to, this small change is going to be the one that's going to make a big change and just open up the floodgates. And if that's not the case, they get frustrated. Have you had some frustrating situations with some of these marketing channels, and how did you overcome them and fight through them?
I don't get that frustrated because I'm a realist. I know that there's a lot of people out there who think that they're going to do this quick little tweak in their business and it's going to double their business. When we both of us know that just doesn't really happen. You never hear someone going, oh, well, I just made this quick little tweak in my Amazon account and sales doubled. But I have done it to multiple like clients I've worked with where it's like, well, we increased and made all the pictures way nicer, then we rewrote all the listings, and then we decreased all the prices slightly, and then we did this, this, and this, and all of those things together all increased sales of like 5-10% each, and they all added up to doubling sales. But it was a process, it took months, and we had to execute on multiple different levels. So I'm a realist, and I know that it's not going to happen overnight, where I know it's very easy for people to get caught up trying to buy the dream, saying, hey, if I just set up my YouTube videos correctly, I'm going to rank on the first page of Google and everyone's going to love my product. That's not necessarily the case, but if you can get enough YouTube videos out there, you get enough traffic going, it can actually be a substantial traffic driver.
And even though you're a realist, you haven't had, or have you had struggles, let's say within the last 12 months, and how did you overcome those struggles if you had any?
So the main struggle I've had is mostly communication stuff, where I talk to a company, I know I can make them more money selling on Amazon because they're doing a very poor job. I talk to them, it sounds like that there's a really easy way for me to do a few quick things to increase their sales immediately. I'm excited to work with them, and then I end up talking to upper management and I'm saying, hey, we're not going to actually sell on Amazon. That's not the way we want to go with our business. We're going to focus on Target and Walmart. And that's been like the most frustrating, demoralizing stuff that's been happening to me in the last year, is talking to people like that, because I just know that I can help them. I know that the Walmart and Target marketplace are drying up. I know Amazon's growing, and I just have no idea how to like communicate it and get it through these people's heads. They're more times than not like baby boomers and people who are just like not really hip to the online scene, and it's very frustrating, and it's been like one of the more annoying things I've been having to deal with the last few months.
So do you have like a plan on how you're going to change that or improve the communication?
Yeah, we are creating like a very basic like how to sell on Amazon, like white paper / like PDF. So it's something that when we talk to the initial contact usually at these companies and they say, hey, yeah, we want to get on Amazon, and then they have to pass it on to their boss, we want to have a very clear like PDF that they can print out and put on their boss's desk, so they feel comfortable having like a tangible thing in their paper in their hand saying, hey, this is exactly what we're going to do step by step. Here's the metrics. Here's how much it's going to cost. Here's the timeline, just to make sure that there's like no confusion and we can really kind of put all of their worries at rest.
Okay. I really appreciate you coming on the podcast and sharing these two marketplaces that people can look at to get more sales. If people wanted to reach you, what's the best way that they can reach you?
The easiest way is just to Google my name. It's pretty unique. So William Chernland, you'll find all sorts of YouTube videos, conferences I've spoke at, blog posts I've written. You'll find all sorts of stuff. So yeah, do that. You'll be able to contact me pretty easily.
Okay, so what about, do you have a website they can go to? Is it just...
Oh yeah, you go to williamchernland.com, williamchernland@gmail.com. Facebook/Churnland, LinkedIn/Churnland. I'm everywhere.
Okay. What is one of the last questions I usually ask is, what is the one thing an e-commerce business can do right now to get more sales, get more traffic, and be more successful?
I think something that they can do right now to get more sales and be more successful is to go back to their current suppliers that they're buying from right now and ask to see their entire catalog and try to source products that they haven't sourced from yet. Because from a lot of businesses I talk to, they'll have access to tens of thousands of SKUs and they're maybe only sourcing 1,000 of them. So go back to the suppliers you have relationships with and you trust, add more SKUs. It's an easy way to add top line revenue and eventually add profit.
Thanks for being on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for listening to the e-commerce marketing podcast. Join the e-commerce marketing podcast Facebook group to learn, connect, collaborate, and grow with other e-commerce marketers at ecommercemarketingpodcast.com/FB. ecommercemarketingpodcast.com/FB. Subscribe to us on iTunes by searching for e-commerce marketing podcast, and please leave a rating and a review. Thank you for listening. See you next time.